Everybody, this is a Keto Run. This is a video on how to raise your Black Ops 3 KD. The map you're seeing right now is me playing Nuketown. I absolutely hate Nuketown, especially with the 3D movement. People just end up in your spawns like instantly, which is really annoying. But at any rate, I figured I should make a video on how to raise KD because I'm seeing a lot of information out there from people who don't have particularly good KDs, and I figured, why would you want to hear how to raise a KD from somebody who has a low KD? So here's my KD. I have a 6 KD, I have a lot of kills, so I know what I'm talking about. So let's dive right into it. First thing I think is the most important on this game is to learn the maps, period. If you don't know the maps, it doesn't matter what gun you have, what specialist you have, any of that. You're going to have no idea where they're spawning at. You're going to have no idea where the enemy's coming from. You're going to have no idea about areas that are going to be safe, areas off limits. So learn the maps. Take the time when the game first comes out and actually explore. I know it's hard to, fight the urge, just sit in a corner when the game, comes out, but fight it. Run, explore the map. Learn from what other people are doing, see where kind of people are sitting. Typically, just kind of a rule of thumb, middle of the map is usually a danger zone. That's an area that you really kind of want to try to avoid. You're most likely to be out in the open and be exposed. Try to stick to the outskirts. Rule number 2, know the best guns, and then there's a caveat to that, know what works for you. I personally think one of the best guns on here is the KN-44. I also like the Dredge, I like the KRM. I don't really use the submachine guns, but there are some pretty good ones like the Kuda. The key to this is knowing those guns are good and then being able to pick one that you can actually use. It doesn't help you if someone says, hey, guess what, the Vesper is the best gun in the game, and you can't control the recoil on it. You can't kill anybody with it. A gun is useless if it does not work for you. So that is tip number 2. Tip number 3 is optimize your kill streaks. This is also very important. You're not going to be getting 100% gun kills in this game. And you can really raise your KD a lot just by running good kill streaks. And when I say good kill streaks, I mean kill streaks that you can actually earn. You want to find the kill streaks that are the lowest amount of kills to earn and the most effective. I see a lot of people running UAV, counter UAV, and then they'll run like a Hellstorm. I don't really like this. UAV is maybe fine just to be able to find enemies. Counter UAV I feel like doesn't really do anything just besides make an annoying sound. The Hellstorm, that's a lot of kills that you have to get just for like, 2 kills maybe after they did the update and the patch. I would suggest running things that actually kill people, but really low stuff. I love the sentry guns on Black Ops 3. Those sentry guns will target people even sometimes before they come around a corner. It's good, cuts down areas of the map, get a lot of lane control with that. So I would really go through the kill streaks and try to pick things that are low that you can actually get. It doesn't help you to run a mothership if you get it once every 200 games. So I would say something like a UAV, care package, and then a sentry gun. Care package because, hey, you may get something big, you may get something good, and kill streaks are probably most of the fun in this game. So that's definitely tip number 3. Tip number 4, it's important to know yourself and then know the competition. Well, what do I mean by that? Know yourself, look at your stats over the week. So, don't just run out there and assume you're doing well. Actually check. If you're going to try a different gun, if you're going to pick up a BMP and try it, use it for, 10 games and then see what your weekly KD is. If you're going to use a Kuda, use it for a few games and see what your weekly KD is. Follow the numbers. If the numbers are going up, if the numbers are moving in the right direction, guess what? That's what you should be using. Second half of that, know your enemy. Before a game starts, I always, without fail, pull up lobby leaderboard. I do that because you want to know what you're dealing with. There's a big difference, as most of you know, playing against somebody that has a 2 KD versus a 0.2 KD. You want to know what you're really up against. You also want to know what your enemy uses, because then you can kind of change things that you may need. I even go so far as to look at their kill streaks, what they get the most of, so that I know what I need to be prepared for. Because if somebody uses aerial-based kill streaks, I may be running a launcher. If somebody is using, a bunch of UAVs and stuff, I probably won't even worry about it. And the last one is ignore the noise. And what do I mean ignore the noise? Don't ignore the game noise, because that will actually get you killed. Noise is very important. But ignore the shit that people say. People say anything on Call of Duty, and it's a really weird community. It's like a lose-lose. If you do really well, then, oh, you're a tryhard. Oh, you just did this. Well, yeah, because you want to win. And if you lose, then people just say, oh, God, you suck. And it's a lose-lose. So my advice would be just to ignore the things that people say, because guess what? People are going to complain regardless of what you do. But people will always respect the numbers, and at the end of the day, the object of this game is to win. So just do that. I hope you enjoy the gameplay. If you notice, I got 2 GI units in back-to-back care packages. Crazy shit. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you like and subscribe.
Like sticks and stones against tanks.